Pass the Cavassier.
I think we're both crazy. No.
Oh, here it is. Here it is. Can you guys hear my
Oh no.
Can you guys hear that?
Yeah.
Sweet.
What is this?
When you nasty ass inside. Play yourself a dark corner, motherfucker.
Oh, Yana.
Can't stop, won't stop, rocking for you niggas to die.
What?
You may want to cut that off before we get banned off of Twitch.
Okay, sorry.
Did
I should have just
you get a alert?
No, we can get hold on one
Yeah.
second. We can get there's certain things that we can get in trouble for.
So are you live or are you just recording?
No, we're live.
Mhm.
I'm trying to fix something. Our audio is jacked. Hold on.
Okay. Got myself situated.
There we go. Hallelujah. Say something.
Hello.
Oh,
There we go. Okay. So our audio settings get reset in Streamlabs every once in a while. I think it just updates and resets everything. So just had to make sure that everything was working. Okay, it's been a while, but it is the Booze and BJJ podcast. I'm about to pour some Crevassier. I got a little bottle of Crevassier. I can drink again. It's Crevassier. It's a little bottle. I'm drinking.
good. Congrats.
I can give alcohol. No. Training has been kicking my butt, but I'll let Angie go first. What you been doing? What you been up to?
I've been doing my nursing job a lot, travel nursing. So I'm out of town a lot nowadays, up until like February, mid-February.
Mm-hmm.
And but I've been it's funny because I haven't been really much escaping practice training because I've been going to like gyms on the way to here.
Mm-hmm.
I went to Gracie Charlottesville. I've been training there a few times. I also trained here at Checkmat. And I'm planning on going to another gym maybe next week. So I guess I've been kind of gym hopping. And when I'm here out of town, so I don't miss practice. And it's been interesting, you know. It's been good, like rolling with different people, meeting new people. And everyone is nice, usually welcoming. So yeah, that's my life right now. On the road between places.
Oh, good. I mean, at least you're still on the mats beating people up. And that's the bottom line. No, I'm just joking.
Getting beat up.
Yeah. See, I don't know how much I'm gonna put in here, but I've been having some Yana, I can't hear you. Oh, that's strong.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Is it too loud?
No.
Okay, perfect. I was saying, do it.
No. I still have to watch it. Like I can't go crazy.
I hear ya. I hear ya.
Mm-hmm. But huh?
Like one shot.
I think that was maybe half a shot.
2 shot.
That was half a shot. 2 shots? Fine.
Two.
I'll put some more in here.
Come on, man. You got to celebrate.
Well, I know I'm celebrating. No, but these little bottles are evil. Let me tell you. Because
yeah, you don't realize just how much is in there.
Right. You're like, oh, look, this cute little Crevassier bottle. it's only $3. I don't mind if I do. And then you get it and you're like, I can drink the whole thing.
Well,
Can you?
especially if you haven't been drinking,
Hmm.
lightweight.
That's good. Like,
Well, that's, Angie, I think it's like really impressive how much you train. Like you're just, even when you're here, you were training like 4 or 5 days a week.
Actually, I trained like 6 days straight when I
Yeah.
was back home in
In Mongolia.
no, here in Northern Virginia.
Mm,
Yeah,
that's a lot.
I know. I think it's been the thing is, yeah,
But I mean, I think everybody does that, the first few years
yeah,
when they're, I was like that the first 4 years that I was training too. Like I was in the gym 6, 7 days a week. My life is different now that I can't do that anymore. But,
mhm,
I don't think I think it's good that you're doing that, getting as much training as you can at the beginning to build up
yeah,
that muscle memory and that technique.
yeah, yeah. I think so. It's funny because if I'm not working, I would probably be training. So like actually, like I have to go to work, and so that kind of giving me my work is kind of now my break from jiu-jitsu, and which is good because just doing jiu-jitsu every day is not it's not it's not good. It's not gonna be good.
Well,
Um
I mean, if you're not a professional athlete, then
yeah, and
yeah, I
then
mean, you're not getting paid for that. So,
exactly, I still don't need my job to pay for like travel and competing and stuff,
mhm.
or do things what I want. But yeah, just work allows me to also rest from jiu-jitsu and then make money.
Yeah, aren't you on your feet a lot when you're working though?
Yeah, pretty much. I'm like today I worked from 6:45 until 8 p.m.
Do you ever give yourself a day where you just like lounge around and not do anything, not work, not
Work.
jujitsu, not anything?
Mm, I'm usually not that type of person to sit around. So I'm
Not even
fine.
like watch a movie or,
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
well, folks,
Re-
it's always important to take a rest day, and that goes for everybody.
yeah, especially when you're older, because training at night and then the next day planning on going to two open mats in another class, it's probably not a smart idea.
Mm-mm-mm.
Yeah, and then I've been kind of thinking like um just because you're training a lot doesn't mean you are like improving a lot. You know what I mean? Like if you're training every day and doing the same thing and over again, like and not learning new things, then it's just you just spending energy um and getting tired physically, but not actually learning. If you're not learning, it's not good training, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but you're gonna have a lot of days like that where it's like the learning curve. It's always gonna be when you first start a new skill set or a new whatever sport, whatever
Mm.
talent. Um, it's always
Yeah.
exponential growth to a
And then
certain point, and then it
flat.
just kind of plateaus.
Yeah.
And I mean, that you can say that for like any new skill that you're learning. I had that when I was learning languages too, and um, with any new thing that you're learning, there's going to be this like huge increase of uh, learning, and then it's gonna plateau for a little bit.
Mhm.
Well, it might feel like forever, and you might feel like you're just doing the same thing every day. I went through that period too,
Mhm.
where I'm like, I just feel like I'm doing the same shit every day. Excuse my
Mhm.
French, or I guess that's German. Anyway, I feel like I'm doing the same thing every day, and I'm not really like growing. I'm not in, but that's how it's gonna feel, right?
Mhm.
And then, um, after that plateau, you're going to feel like kind of that second wave where and I don't know when that's going to be for you. It's different for each person, but that's what the learning curve looks like for any new skill set we are trying to master. As there's always that like, increase at the beginning, exponential, progress at the beginning, and then it just plateaus. So don't think that what you're doing right now
Yeah.
is
Mm-hmm.
like a waste of time,
Uh,
because you're building muscle memory that's going to really help you later on down the road, by repeating these same movements. And it might seem like you're not getting anywhere, or you're not beating the people that you're rolling against or whatever, but it's helping your body build that muscle memory that's going to help you down the road.
yeah.
But I will also say that rest is super important, and that's something that I have always neglected in the past, and I have suffered from the consequences of neglecting that rest in the past, to help like my brain and my muscles learn and develop and recover. So don't, you definitely do need to give yourself that rest day at least once a day. I know that a lot of um people will say you don't want to go hard every day. And I know Master Sugi has told me that, like, don't go hard every day, because and also our the Muay Thai coach from Pentagon MMA, Kruchan, or who he used to teach there. Now he has his own gym called Little Giant Muay Thai in Falls Church. But he would tell me the same thing, like, you don't want to go hard every day. Maybe like 4 days, 3, 4 days out of the week, you want to go hard, but between those days, you want to have like active rest or a light training day. And definitely at least one day of the week, you want to have like a day where you just don't do anything. Like, give your body that full recovery time. Um, because otherwise, like, you'll feel stuck for a longer period of time. And I think I suffered from that. I definitely didn't rest when I needed to. I got sick really often. um I had like a pinched nerve in my back because I kept training on top of injuries. And then I was like, your body will force you to be out of commission if you don't take the rest that you need.
Yeah.
So I mean,
Be forced to take a break.
yeah, your body will force that break on you, and it'll be longer than you want it to. So it's better to be preventative. And it's funny that I'm saying that because, like I said, like, you could ask anybody. I've always been like the worst at resting. So but I've learned my lesson, and now, yeah, I'm at a point in my life where I can't really afford to not take rest. But yeah, if you don't rest, your body will force you to, one way or another. It's gonna crash.
Yeah, and your performance will dip. Like, for me, I know I've overtrained when this is gonna sound weird, but my bones start aching. Like, I feel it in my bones. And it was the weirdest feeling. And I thought it was just, I didn't really, at first I didn't know what it was, but as I started, if I'm on day 4 or 5 of the week, and I'm, day 4 or 5 of a training session of the week, that's when everything would ache. And I noticed I just couldn't move very well. And, unless I was just drilling, like, it was not the most efficient use of my time. Like, it would have been better for me just to rest.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, but even like a drilling day, if you just dedicate one day, like an open mat day, to just drilling, that's gonna be really good for you too. Because what do they say? Uh, Drillers make killers, or some such
yeah.
phrase or whatever. Um, it's a one of those kind of like active rest days that you can take, where you're not going to training, but you're still working on something, but it's low key enough and like low energy enough that it's giving your body some time to like recover, instead of like going hard.
Yeah.
Mm.
Do you feel better about that now, Angie?
Yeah, I yeah, I people think I'm not resting, but I do. Like, like off, like when I'm working, like I'm not doing jujitsu and it's different type of exercise. Like I walk a lot at work, but
Mhm.
it's different. Like at least, like this week I worked 3 days. Like tomorrow will be my 4th day, and I haven't done jujitsu for 4 days, which is like long.
Yeah, but even like,
And
but that's the thing, Angie, like
yeah,
you're on your feet.
yeah,
That, I mean, my, not everybody has the luxury of taking a complete rest day. I will acknowledge that. Like, um, parents don't really have like a full rest day or whatever. But
that didn't
if
have
you
kids.
can manage it, yeah. I mean, if you can manage it, I think that it's good to give yourself at least one day where, I don't know, you focus on staying at home and, I don't know, clean up your house or whatever. Do something super low key and then just read a book or,
I
you
do.
know,
I do that, and then I just go at night to the jujitsu.
bruh,
I take
no,
I take
yeah.
a
I've done the same thing. I'm just like, all right, this is my rest day.
yeah.
And then, 7 o'clock rolls around.
And you're itching.
I think I can go train just a little bit. I'm just gonna drill, hang out in the corner. Next thing I know, like 8 rounds later, I'm drenched in sweat, and my bones ache.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I think we've all been there. I like, it's easier said than done, but I think like when you're training at a professional level, like you are when you're in 6 or 7 days a week, I know that what I've learned from my experience is a lot of professional athletes really emphasize how much rest is
Mhm.
important, like how important it is to really take that day, um, and give yourself a day where you don't do anything related to the sport. And that whole day is just self-care kind of kind of day. And like I said, I've never taken that advice for myself, or I haven't in the past. I do it now more, but I have a kid now, so like I can't afford to not be I can't afford to be too tired that I
Mhm.
can't like be attentive and active with my daughter. But so I take rest a lot more seriously now, and I can't, like, if I have an injury, I can't just let it. I can't dismiss it like I used to be able to, because I have another person dependent on me,
Yeah,
and I
exactly.
want to be like active for her,
Mhm.
um, and not be out of commission. So
Mhm.
um, that's kind of forced me. Like I said, life will always find a way to force you, whether you want to or not. But anyway, blah blah blah.
Mhm.
You it's funny. Um, Apparently, one of the reasons why my dad came by the gym earlier was to make sure I wasn't overtraining.
Not
Really?
surprised. Good dad. Good dad.
Yeah,
Mhm.
because apparently my son
Still
stayed.
looking after you. Mhm.
Huh?
Still looking after you.
Yeah, it doesn't matter how old I get. I'm still gonna be his baby boy. But apparently one of my sons told him during Thanksgiving that I train 7 days a week.
Mhm.
That's not true, but instead of
Well,
asking me,
you're bringing your boys to the gym, so they feel like it's 7 days a week.
yeah, it's about 3 or 4.
They're like, he trains so much, and he brings us to the gym, and
Hmm.
and
So
your dad's like, I must rescue him. I must salvage the situation.
because so the plan was originally he was supposed to drop my sons off at the gym when I got there, and then he was supposed to leave. He's like, yeah, I got stuff to do, blah blah blah. So I get there, get out of the car. Him, my nephew, the boys get out of his car. I'm like, where are they going? I figured maybe he needed to use the bathroom or something. We get in the gym, they just sit down on the bench. He takes, you know, ownership of the baby, and I'm like, what's going on here? What's happening? And then, you know, I do one round of rolling when open mat starts,
Mhm.
and my nephew comes over and he goes, Uncle Thomas, he's trying to make sure you don't kill yourself. I was like, what? He's like, the boy Theo And Laura said that you train 7 days a week. I was like, no.
Uh-huh.
Well, close to it though. You do double train,
Yeah,
like back
I
to
mean,
back.
shh, they don't need to know that. Yeah, sometimes I go to do a morning class and then the night class on the same day.
Or the night class and then the morning class, which I'm like, I don't even know how. Like, I'd be, nope. That's a
Yeah,
big nope for me.
that's actually kind of easier for me. I don't know
Really?
why. Yeah, like if I do a night class and then do the 5:30 a.m. class the next morning, I
Be
don't know
right.
how. Sure.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
But well, my training has been kind of off and on, I'll be honest. Like there's been a lot of personal life things and traveling and schedule changes and whatnot kind of getting in the way, but I feel good. I'm surprised at how good I feel.
Mm-hmm.
Um, like I took a whole 5 days off, no, 7 days off, 6 days off. Anyway, for me, it was a long time off from training. I didn't like I was traveling. I was out of town with my daughter and um I didn't train at all. I didn't really get the chance to.
Mm-hmm.
And despite that, I felt really good coming back. Like I feel strong. I felt
Yeah.
like my cardio was really good. So I'm actually really surprised at how good I've been feeling while rolling. However, I do feel broken after. Like the past couple days that I've been training, I'll train like I'll roll for a consistent like hour to an hour and a half because I've only been doing like open mats and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And like, boy, do I need an ibuprofen after. I am like, I'm like, my back hurts, my knees hurt. I felt good while rolling, so like, it wasn't phasing me at all. But after, I'm like, oh my gosh, I feel my age, and it's just like I'm hurting, man. Talk
Mm-hmm.
about that bone ache. That's what I got. Um, so so I don't know. I mean, I feel like my skill set is really good. I feel calm, while I'm rolling.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I know where my weaknesses are and what I need to focus on. I'm kind of switching gears from I was doing a lot of gi training leading up to Worlds, and since then I've been trying to do a little bit more no gi,
Mm-hmm.
and I know that my biggest weakness are like leg locks, um, ankle locks, and or sorry, knee bars, ankle locks, toe holds, stuff like that, because you don't really do that too much of that in gi. So I know that's where my weakness is, and I'm trying to focus on no gi to um, remedy those weaknesses or make up for those weaknesses. So, but I've been feeling good. Like I feel like my transitioning and stuff is good. I feel calm. I feel strong. I will say this thing. Um, I did get after Worlds and how much of a mess that was because I got, sick or not sick, but like my immune system collapsed and my body just went berserk a couple weeks before Worlds. And Master Sugi was saying that I need to start taking supplements. And I've never been a supplement person because I prefer to be al natural. And I've seen so many documentaries about how the supplement industry is a sham and just full of scams. Um, but he was saying like you need to take BCAAs or it's like, some kind of supplement to help you recover from hard training and stuff. So I was like, all right, all right. After Worlds, I was like, I'll give. And
Mm-hmm.
buy some BCAAs. And boy, let me tell you, freaking wizardry shit over here. Okay. Um, after like there was a day where I weight trained and then I went to training after and I could feel and it was in the evening and I could feel my body starting to get sore the morning after, and usually soreness doesn't fully set in until 24 hours after the actual session of exercise or whatever. And I was like, oh, this is going to be bad. So I drank some BCAAs, and it was like it just fizzled away. The
Mhm.
soreness just fizzled away, and I was like, "What the hell is this magic?" You know? And I was like, "Okay, this is some real shit right here." Sorry for cussing. But I mean, if you're older like me and your body is not recovering like it used to, seriously, BCAAs, look it up. It's magic. And I use this I can't remember what brand I use, like Cellular, I think it's called. The brand Cellular or something like that. Um but yeah, I mean, I think that's been helping me a lot too. Like it's BCAA stands for for those listeners out there, it stands for branch chain amino acids, and it's this mix of amino acids that help with muscular development and recovery. So if you've had a hard workout or you had a hard training or something, it helps with that regrowth and, restructure and I don't know, it does magic. Okay. So highly recommend that for those of you out there who train really hard. You're not supposed to take it every day. It's supposed to be one of those supplements that you're consuming only after you've had a really hard training session. Um, and it's not to be confused with protein powder. That's a little different. Um, Protein powder is more like, muscle growth and building your muscle, whereas BCAA is for muscle development. So if you're trying to get your muscles to increase in muscle memory for whatever skill set you're learning, that kind of BCAA will help with that. So anyway, I think that's been helping me a lot, is taking the BCAA after a hard training session, and I can really feel the difference and how well I'm able to transition and like
Recover.
yeah, and like my mental space is better. So yeah, it's crazy, man.
I
My
might have to
supplements.
I might have to try this because
You should.
I'm looking some options up on Amazon, and yeah, reading some of the comments. I think this might help me out.
Yeah. And the thing my
Yeah.
opinion about supplements is like you never want to take them so consistently that your body depends on them, because your
Mhm.
body will develop, dependency. So, like I said, like even with multivitamins, I don't take multivitamins every day. I only take it when like I'm training hard or something like that.
You have to give, like, if you take supplements, you have to give your liver a break, because liver is just metabolizing everything. And so if you take it consistently, like, and alcohol too, you gotta give your liver a break. And yeah.
As I pour my next beverage.
And yeah, you're right. Like, I take BCA sometimes, and you can take it like during or before or after workout. So like sometimes I'll take it before and I would roll, and then I'll feel really like strong, fast, and not tired,
Hmm.
like there. And like if I take it before, and I usually take it before, and then um I usually don't drink it after, just do it before workout, like rolling and stuff when I feel like really tired, and that helps.
BCAA, not C4. You're not talking about C4.
Not C4, but BCA.
Hmm.
um and then yeah, because your body is using all the, like, everything, right? Like your body is functioning, so it's using all the vitamins and everything to function, and so you just have to like recharge, and then your body with those amino acid or vitamins, so like it recovers, and then you can do more workouts. And I think it helps with also injury too, because if you're really tired and depleted, then it's so easy to get injury. Yep.
Yeah, actually, I kind of encountered that today. Funny story. Yana met the guy. Angie, somebody that we encountered at ADCC,
Okay.
came by the gym for open mat.
Oh,
Um, this young kid young kid by the name of Khalil.
Oh, that's right. That was his name. I
Yeah,
was like, oh, I don't remember his name.
yeah. He has
He's
a
pretty good,
yeah.
but
He
he
was good.
muscled through some things.
Yeah, and he was
eh,
definitely fishing for leg locks. But
wait,
Fishing. That's one way of putting it.
she-
I'm sorry.
was she? She was in my division, or
No. It was a guy that we briefly met. I don't know if you specifically spoke to him, but me and Wilson did.
oh, okay.
Yeah, it took me a while to remember him, but yeah, he was good. He came
Mhm.
by, and after I rolled with him, um I definitely I was definitely feeling it. Like I could use a little bit of that BCAA, I guess. It would have been good test scenario to see how it worked for me.
Opinion
Huh?
or just visiting?
No, apparently he used to live in the area. His family's down here, but he lives in New Jersey.
Okay.
Yeah. So he remembered our gym's name from just, I guess, seeing it at ADCC.
Cool.
Yeah. He's a little bit smaller than Wilson, but um
But fit looking.
yeah, fit.
Good
Good guy,
build.
very nice, very respectful.
Mm-hmm.
Very
Yeah, he
good
was
though.
nice. I think there were definitely he was really good. Definitely with like stuff. And I think our gym needs to focus more on how to set up and defend against knee bars.
Mhm.
Um and straight ankle locks and stuff like that. So a lot of leg stuff. Um and he brought that game in, and
Mhm.
I mean, it was solid. He has a solid game. There were times where I felt there was a little bit of too much muscling and forcing a submission instead of being like opportunistic or strategic.
Mhm.
But no, he was really good. Like very, very solid game. Um
I think
and
I'm
I
gonna go ahead.
no, I was gonna say like even, I mean, I've been training since, 2016, early 2016, and he said he's only been training for 4 years, and it's a great way to be humbled and know that I still have things I need to work on. I still have weaknesses that very big weaknesses that I need to address.
Mhm.
So it's always good to have like those kind of like visitors in your gym because when you're always training with your partners, they know what to expect. You all kind of play the similar same game because you're all training under the same coach. But it's always good to have like visitors in the gym, and that's why it's good for you to jump into another gym because you're introducing stuff to them that they might not, be very good at. Um, your strength is their weakness kind of thing, or vice versa, and then you learn something, oh, okay, this is what I got to watch out for. My next competition, I really got to, make sure I don't fall into this blindsided, area kind of
Mhm.
thing.
I was thinking about asking either Yo or Will to come back to the gym for like another leg attack seminar. I was thinking about having it on a Saturday instead of the Friday night class.
Yeah, I think that'd be great. I don't know if like it should be a seminar per se,
Well, I
but
mean, seminar,
mm,
you know.
I don't know about Yo, man. He's a renegade.
Well, I mean, people enjoyed his instruction on leg attacks when he was subbing in, was it a couple months ago? Like people
Hmm.
enjoyed it, but he is a bit of a renegade. He might teach a little extra.
He's going to be teaching toe holds to people who've been training for like a month. And it's like, bruh. Please do not. You're gonna
Yeah.
you're gonna risk injuries here. I mean, he's good. He's very like technical and he's got really good knowledge and wisdom, but like he's a renegade.
Mhm.
So, and it's really sad that he doesn't compete. I really want to see him compete.
I think he didn't he get injured pretty bad the last time he competed.
That was one
It was
time.
like, yeah. I mean,
It's probably scared him, but like, you know what it also is? He probably has trouble with authority, and that's why he's like, yeah, I'm not gonna do those IBJJF rules. Me. I could see
I
him doing that.
I think he'd probably end up, unintentionally using an illegal
DQ.
submission and get DQ'd. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I
And
could
I,
definitely see that.
and I think he recognizes that. So
He's
because
like, I'm not even gonna risk it, man.
yeah, I mean, like I was getting a rough time at with someone at open mat earlier, and I got single leg X and I went for the heel. I was like, what am I doing? This isn't right. So I let it go. And I just moved on to something else. But still, like even then, like I don't even really do leg attacks. It's not my cup of tea right now. But even then, when the moment presented itself, I instinctively
Yeah,
like
you're just
went
like,
for
it's
it.
there.
Yeah,
I must.
I
Yeah, I
must
hear you.
tear your knee off.
Right.
So, you know what? Real quick, Crevassier is not as good as Gremonier.
Really?
No, this is
Like
actually
it's
kind
more
of
alcoholic tasting.
it tastes more watery.
Mm.
If that I don't know if
Well,
if
what's the
that
percentage?
it's supposed to be 40%, but it tastes
Mm.
like comparing this Crevassier and Coke to the Gremonier and Coke. The Gremonier and Coke is got more of a flavor to it. This tastes like and I have no ice in here. I had no ice in here. Tastes like an ice cube melted.
It's probably because it's like lower shelf,
Mm-hmm.
which is, I mean, I don't think I've ever seen Cavassier
Yeah.
on a shelf before,
I
but I
mean,
know Grand Marnier is up there.
yeah, Crevassier is not really that popular anymore after it stopped being put on hip hop videos.
You know what it is? It's probably like you think of cognac right here,
Mm-hmm.
and then you have Cavassier right here,
Mm-hmm.
and you have Grand Marnier up here.
Yeah, I think
So like
that's
that's probably what it is. Yeah. And then there's this like French orange liqueur. Oh gosh, I can't remember the name of it, but that's even like higher, but I don't like it as much as Grand Marnier. Anyway,
yeah.
enough about alcohol. Let's talk about jujitsu.
Oh man. Okay, fine. So Angie, do you need to dip out?
Yeah, I'm gonna
Okay,
go.
we'll talk to you later.
Get your
I
rest.
I'm
Yeah.
going now.
Bye
Bye.
bye. So there is a video that we've been asked to look at.
Oh, I'm down. Let's see it.
Hold on. It's from Reddit. It's a Reddit link that I was sent.
I don't understand Reddit. Man, I can't ever navigate that she.
Oh, hold on a second.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not a big fan of Reddit. Um, occasionally I go in there and look at like one or two subreddits, but
Mm-hmm.
overall, it's not something that I particularly enjoy. But let's see what we can see. Hold on.
I got that song stuck in my head now. Busta Rhymes. Bow, 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 bow,
Oh
bow,
Lord.
bow. Right. Pass the Cavassier. With me now. I'm doing a horrible job. I'm sorry, everyone. I'm sorry. To assault your auditory senses.
You're probably more musically inclined than I am, so it's okay.
Bow, bow.
Where
Well,
the hell
that's
is the
just
share button?
encouragement then. Bow, 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 bow.
I can't find the share
Pass the
button.
Cavassier.
Oh, there it is. Okay,
Okay, I'm done.
you're fine.
Let's see what we got here.
All right, so the title of the video is Don't Crush Her, How to Roll with a Female BJJ Beginner Who's 77 pounds lighter. I think that's about the size difference between us. Is
Oh,
it?
this is a great video. Yeah, that I'm sure lots of guys have that question,
Yeah, let's turn the volume down. All right,
especially if you're a beginner. You're like, I don't know what else to do. Can I just like use my weight?
here we go. Can you hear this?
No, I can't hear the audio.
Hold on a second.
Remember when you share your screen, there's an option to let you
Okay.
connect the audio? Yeah.
Hold on. What the hell? Hold on a minute. I'm gonna stop sharing it real quick. All right, share screen again.
Yeah, it's at the beginning when you share your screen. They're like a setting option or something.
I saw it this time.
Today I'm here.
There you go. Yeah, I can hear it.
Because one of the things I always read on social media is how an experienced practitioner of jiu-jitsu, good purple belt, brown belt, or even black belt, should roll with someone who is a total beginner, or is not just a total beginner, but is also a lot lighter and has a lot of less strength than the practitioner. So here I'm today with my wife. She knows jiu-jitsu. Obviously, she did some videos with me, and she knows for the last 20 years what.
Is it me or does she look really uncomfortable?
Yeah, she's like, I do not want to be here.
I'm sorry. I had to point that
Yeah,
out.
no, I was thinking that too. I was like, does she want to be part of this video, or is this like an act that she's putting on, or she's
Yeah,
supposed to be like the uncomfortable new student or something?
she looks like she's dreading what's about to
And
occur.
also, I also want to point out, like, this piece of advice, I feel like when you're at an advanced level, purple, brown, and obviously any higher, um, you should know what he's about to tell you because your skill set is good enough that technique overrides strength. And this video really should be more for those who are bigger beginners. You know what I mean? Like, that's my other problem with this video is like, if you're at an expert level or intermediate expert level, you should already know this. Whatever he's about to say, like, you should already know because you have the skill set to compensate for your strength. And really, if you're a white belt, take heed of his warnings.
You know,
You may continue.
real quick before I restart the video, I don't know if you remember this, but there was one time where we were doing a Shark Tank at the Arlington gym where I used my full strength against you, and you got mad at me. You didn't say anything, but I saw it on your face. I was just wondering if you remember that at
I
all.
don't.
You
I
don't?
don't remember. I don't remember that at all. But I definitely know I got mad very often. And I never knew. I always thought that I was mostly mad at myself
Mm-hmm.
at the time because, admittedly and embarrassingly, I would cry after training sometimes because I felt like I was complete crap and I wasn't doing well. And I was thinking, like, what the hell is the point of this training if I can't defend myself? Like, that was my core thought. Because I
Mm-hmm.
guess I mean, I've gone through a lot of personal shit. And that was my core thought was like, what the hell is the point of this training if I can't like defend against someone's strength, you know? And
Right.
I think like a lot of women might feel that insecurity. And it's real and it's completely valid. But Master Sugi kind of like pointed out, like, I don't do that anymore. I don't really cry about trainings anymore because I don't take it as personally. I also put like a lot of self-worth into my trainings, like however well I did, like made a statement about how much I was worth or whatever, because I'm
Mhm.
the type of person who connects my self-worth to my performance. But anyway, down the line now, it was a couple like months ago where Master Sugi was talking about like, oh, remember back in the day, you used to cry a lot after training. Super embarrassing that he would even bring it up. But he was like, yeah, it's because guys would overpower you with their strength. And I was like,
Mhm.
oh, that's why I got so upset. Because I didn't think that at the time. I wasn't thinking like, oh, he's overpowering me with his strength. I just kept thinking like, I don't fucking know shit. And how am I supposed to defend myself if I don't know anything? It's very like me centered rather than like the guy is overpowering me with his strength.
Mhm.
And anyway, the reason I bring that up is like that I had that experience a lot at the beginning, and I think a lot of women have that experience with their male trainers, their male colleagues, training partners, whatever you want to call them, where we feel very frustrated and almost want to give up. Like, what the hell is the point of this even? Because he's just going to use his strength against me. And isn't jujitsu supposed to be where you don't have to use your strength, or you can fight against strength and blah blah blah? But really, like, it takes time. It takes time to get there. So,
Yeah.
anyway, this video I think really should be like directed toward white male large men, white belt male large men.
Yes.
Repetitive, redundant. Anyway, you get what I'm saying. Blah, blah.
You're funny.
Drinks.
Okay, let's continue.
I am doing, but she never trained it really. So she is practically a beginner. She has seen some stuff, she has tried some stuff, but she never, did it extensively. So she has no idea what to do basically. So we will roll, and my job is to give her, it's my perspective, to give her a good roll. I want to, roll with her, and after 5 or 10 minutes, she should feel good about it. I will not smash her. I will not, or at least I try not to hurt her. And I'm guiding her to smart movement. Through my own movement or through verbal communication that she should do this and she should do that. So that's what my job is. However, by doing that, I also want to gain something for myself. So if I roll with her for a short period of time, I want to at least to learn something for myself. So I will take.
So the way that I accomplish what he's describing is I don't use my strength advantage, I don't use my weight advantage, and I go at a pace that doesn't completely shut down who I'm rolling with.
Yeah.
And if that person is just faster than me and they start taking my back or whatever, so be it. I'll just have to work out of it without using my strength advantage or my weight advantage.
Yeah.
And that's worked pretty well so far.
Yeah, it also focuses or forces you to focus on technique.
Right.
So one of the things that I think a lot of people miss is how important it is to escape from dangerous positions, right? So like you give yourself that opportunity.
Yeah.
So and also I'm just kind of laughing because her face where you paused it right now and your comment earlier about how she looks so uncomfortable, like she looks so uncomfortable in this snapshot right here. But
Yeah.
anyway, hopefully she enjoys the video at the end.
I think she's just trying to figure out how to get away.
She's like, do I really have to do this? Oh, this is gonna suck. I'm gonna look like an idiot.
And I'm only doing this because nobody else volunteered.
Right, right.
And that she's probably just relaxing and thinking. It probably has nothing to do with not wanting to be there.
Oh yeah, probably.
But
And also like that makes her the best person to be in this video, right? Because like
Yeah, exactly.
every woman.
All right, moving along.
My strengths away, I will roll with her like she is heavier, bigger, stronger, meaner than I am, and I will just go very light, so I don't feel that my strengths issue is something. I will put the
Can I
strengths
mention
on her.
something real quick?
Sure.
Yeah, one thing I wanted to add is that I appreciated how he said, because I know this is a thought for a lot of people, is how do I go light with someone who's smaller than me or less experienced than me and still have a learning experience from it? I think that's like, because I know that I've personally had that mindset where it's like, how am I going to learn from this too?
Mhm.
And I like that he pointed that out, and hopefully he'll show us how that works. But I think that's super important to kind of highlight because, it goes both ways. The person who's new wants to, you want to encourage them to stay, and you don't want them to feel like they're completely smashed or overpowered. But you yourself, because, in some ways you want to be selfish about your training, you want to think about how I can benefit from this too. So
Mhm.
I'm interested to see what he says about that.
Yeah, personally, the way that I accomplish that is I let them do the majority of the offense,
Mm,
and then I defend from there. Because
mm-hmm,
I learn a lot from defending that way.
mm-hmm. That's a good point.
So if I just go on the offensive all the time, then um, eventually I'm going to slip up, and then my weight is going to be put in play, and that's just not going to benefit anybody.
Right.
So, but anyways, let's continue.
Completely away, and we just roll with her like we are the same size and same strength. So I can gain something for myself, and of course I want to help her to get into the first steps of Jiu-Jitsu. So let's see how this plays out. Okay, let's start.
Yeah, we have the same haircut.
Why do I feel like this is so awkward to watch? Do you
It
feel that
is.
too?
Yeah.
Do you think it's because because it's his wife? And we're like, I don't know. I feel like I'm watching something intimate right now.
I kind of feel like the impression I'm getting is that he's kind of going deliberately slow to prove the point.
This is just an awkward freaking
But
video, man.
it's
Like the whole thing is really awkward.
it's coming off a little bit. I hate to say this because I know that they're trying to do something good, and they
Mm-hmm.
are doing something good, but it is coming off a little bit unusual, I'll say.
Very, I would say, like all he could say is, "Do this, do that," and but okay, let's
Yeah.
just what
Yeah.
let maybe like give it another 2 minutes.
Fellas, don't put your hands there. That's all I'm going to say.
On his bicep.
Maybe we saw something different.
Like she's a beginner.
Yeah. I think he probably would have done better getting somebody with just slightly more experience. So he
And
doesn't have,
maybe someone who's not his wife.
yeah.
Maybe that's what it is. I don't know. I just feels very awkward to me.
I think there's like a familiarity between them that's
Yeah.
at play here.
Mm-hmm. But it's not a jujitsu familiarity.
No, I hate to say it. I hate to. They're good people.
They're good people.
I know what they're doing. I know what
They
they're.
are, yes,
Yeah,
we all know, like of good intentions.
I just want to give them a hug.
Nice try, guys. Nice try.
All right, I think that's enough.
Yeah, I think we're good. Like, I don't think we need to watch another 5 minutes of that. But I see where he was coming from.
Yeah,
I don't know if it was just because of like them or the prompt or something or his introduction of them that made it awkward, but it felt awkward to watch for
they're all.
me.
I think they're also not American,
Yeah.
and I think that some cult. I mean, like where my grandmother's from in Alsace, like they're super familiar. If they're familiar with you, like if there's a family relation or a friend relation, they get all up in your space. And
Hmm.
in the US, that's wholly unacceptable.
You know what I think would
So,
have made it better?
huh?
Music.
Yes.
If there was some kind of music playing over their like breathing and whatnot, that would have been that would have been like 100 times better.
Not
That's
just
my.
any music. Like there's some
Oh yeah,
specific
oh
types.
yeah. It's definitely not romantic music. Let's
Nothing.
get it
Nothing
home.
from the
No,
70s.
no, no, no.
That entire era is just cut off.
But maybe like I don't know, what music would if you were the guy um editing the video, what track would you put on there?
I don't know. Like it would have to be something slower paced. But
Uh-huh.
my music is definitely
Oh,
a lot.
how about like Mozart? Like some
Oh,
classical
like
music.
classical. Yes, I would put classical music to that. That would have been cute. Like I would have just like
Yeah.
more of a hug.
Anyway, but yeah, anything, any kind of, well, not any kind of, but maybe some classical music on top of that would have been better than the silence and
I kind of just
breathing.
want to send them a message and be like, "Can I hug you guys?"
No, don't. That's awkward, man.
I'm
That
joking.
makes you sound like you want a throuple or something.
Oh no, heck no.
Um, say say something like, "Hey, can I make a suggestion about your video editing? Add some
Honestly,
music."
somebody else will watch that and be perfectly fine with it.
I wonder, are there any comments on that video?
I'll check later. I closed it.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, I'm super curious about that.
So
But
there is one jujitsu video I did watch. I think it was like last week, and the camera it was like similar video. It was male instructor, female uke, and let's just say that there were some shots that were borderline inappropriate, and yeah, like she was passing his guard, and it was like
well, because for a lot of women, people, I would say not just women, people, um, who have no wrestling experience or martial arts experience, the only times they've ever been in these positions were very
intimate.
intimate and romantic.
Well,
So
I
they're
uh,
just repeating to just muscle memory.
I kind of feel like the cameraman was being a little playful with his camera work in that video, if
That
that
is
makes
so
sense.
inappropriate. Come on, man.
Yeah,
Really? You thought that? That just like puts a bad name on jujitsu.
it does. But people were very lighthearted in the comments. So and it's still up, so apparently nobody reported it. And the folks who did it seem like they're fine with it because it's still up there. So
Or they just don't care. They're
or-
getting enough revenue that it's not an issue for them. I mean, that's one thing I don't like about, I've recently joined Bumble in an effort to start dating, which I'm not doing too great at. But I went on one date and I don't advertise, that's a bad way of saying it, but like on my profile, I make it very clear that jujitsu is a very big part of my life.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't appreciate it when men fetishize it. And I went on one date and this particular guy did just that. And it was super awkward. Um, he was like, hey, let's meet up at a park and like train because he was saying that he's trained Muay Thai. I was like, okay, cool. And he's done some jujitsu, and I was like, okay, cool. So I show up in my spats, and he's wearing this like khaki pants and button-down shirt, and I was like, I thought we were gonna like train. Like I took it seriously. Like I got my rash guard on, whatever. And he was like, "Oh, you were that. Oh, you're serious." And I was like, "Yeah, because I take jujitsu seriously." And then, uh, we talk a bit, blah 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 blah. And then eventually he was like, "Hey, let's do some training." And I was like, "Okay, so like, what do you want to do, and how much training do you have?" And he was like, "Oh yeah, I've been training like off and on collectively for like 4 months." And I was like, okay, he's going to be one of these guys, like 4 months collectively of training. And like, what is he expecting out of this? Like, I don't want to get injured because this was leading up to a tournament.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, I'm not about to get injured. So I'm not going to put like my ego into this because I know how guys are. And he was like, yeah, no, start in whatever position you want to, just like submit me. He was telling me like, to submit him, and that was like the goal of the training. And I was like, one of these guys, and I know, like, given how he was dressed up and his aim,
Mm-hmm.
he didn't even bring any Muay Thai stuff with him. Like, I was like, I can't take you seriously, man, it was a very awkward date. And eventually I was like, okay, I'm
Not doing this anymore.
I'm not doing this anymore. And after that, we never texted each other after that date. I didn't bother reaching out to him, and nor him to me. So fine with that. I don't like it when guys do that. I don't know. I think it's like I understand why it happens.
Mm-hmm.
Again, because like a lot of positions in jujitsu can be very awkward and associated with intimate activities and whatnot. But it's a very, I take the sport very seriously. And if a guy were to be like, "Oh, that's cool. I respect that you do that," and that makes you a badass, that's one thing. Like I
Mm-hmm.
I I appreciate that kind of response. But when it's something like, "Oh, submit me," and they're clearly trying to make it a ploy to get closer physically,
Mm-hmm.
that's when I have a problem with it. And it's like I don't like figure out some other way to get close to me, like in a normal way, not through this.
Did I ever tell you what happened with the visiting purple belt from Mexico City? This happened probably like 5 years ago.
Wait, I think you have told me. I
Mm-hmm.
think yeah. It was a very amusing story.
Dude.
Didn't he like grab your ass or something?
No.
Or grab your other parts?
He had a reaction. I'll put you that way. Put it to you that way.
Oh, that's right. Oh my gosh, so embarrassing.
Yeah, I was like, is this belt not hitting me in the hip? And then I looked down. I was like, oh no,
That's not his belt. That's something else.
not his belt. And like Frankie was really like probably about 3 feet away from me. I was trying to get Frankie's attention to come save me. I was like, Frankie, Code Red, help me. And he's just sitting there like, huh? What? Oh yeah, you're doing fine. I'm like,
Yeah. It's like that's not Apple.
you're not.
How did you disengage from that?
So it was only about 10 seconds before time was called. And then we're gonna split and reconvene for rolling. So I was trying to get Frankie's attention. Because I didn't want to make it obvious. Like I didn't want to upset the guy,
Right.
But
I know how like sometimes it's Not even it's not, cerebral at all.
Well, yeah,
It's its
you know,
own little brain, so to speak.
it's never happened to me, but
Hmm.
I, when I did judo, a couple of my buddies were like, dude, I can't partner with that young lady anymore. It's like, why not?
Mm,
You good?
mm,
And they're like,
mm.
no. I'm like, what is wrong with you?
Yeah.
Like, tell
Yeah.
me what's wrong with you. And then they told me, I'm like, gotcha. But yeah, I didn't want to embarrass him because, it's an automatic reaction sometimes.
Mm.
But yeah, after we split up, I was like, nice to meet you. Good. I'm gonna go roll with him.
Goodbye.
But he had a good training session. I think he was not embarrassed at all. He was just like, oh, sorry.
Did you ever see him again?
No, he was only visiting from Mexico City.
Okay, just for that one day.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So he was wearing a white, he bought a gi, he was wearing a white belt. He's like, I'm actually a purple belt from Mexico City, just in town. It's like, good, welcome.
Wow, he did all that just to train?
Yeah, he spent like dropping fee and bought a gi from the gym.
Hey, man, if he has the money to do that,
Yeah,
more
like
power to
more
him.
power to you.
Hmm.
But anyways, it is time for me to go get something to eat.
Yeah.
It's my late night snack time.
How are you feeling that Cavassier?
It was actually pretty good. I think I drank maybe a little less than half.
Shame on you. Shame
What?
on you. You
Listen,
should have drank that whole bottle, man. Come on.
listen. I may be a 200-pound dude, but at this point, I'm a lightweight.
I'll give you that just this one time, okay? But
Mhm.
next time,
I will drink the whole thing.
all right. Well, Thomas, as always, it's been a pleasure
Mhm.
being on the podcast and chatting with you.
Yes.
And I know you like your last parting words. So my parting words, I have two things, two pieces of advice. One, do not underestimate the benefits of rest. Take that shit seriously and learn from us who haven't. And two, don't fetishize jujitsu for all you guys out there. Okay? Take that shit seriously. And that's it.
Mm-hmm. I'm going to not Harris Teeter. I keep calling it Wegmans. I'm going to Wegmans
I
now.
love Wegman.
That's my final thought for the day.
Yay. Have fun
Sushi from
there. Don't buy
Wegmans.
too much
No, I'm just kidding.
every time I'm there.
Just a tray of sushi. I want sushi.
Good luck with that. Hey, the bakery's right there, so dangerous.
So if I go to the bakery, I'm going to order. I'll get too much food. If I go get a tray of sushi, I get a single tray of sushi. So self-control.
It's Wegmans. Well, good luck anyway.
Mhm.
And until next time.
Okay, bye.
Bye.